All right, everybody, welcome back. It's another exciting week of Wednesday Night Fights, Guilty Gear Strive. I'm one of your commentators, Zero, unfortunately not Chris Tatarian here, alongside Tabby, who is not Alex Valle. We're gonna get it all settled out. Don't worry about it. How you doing, Tabby?
That attitude. I think I can do a good Valle. He might not be too happy about it.
Well, we're all here for some Guilty Gear, right? So we have a pretty solid list out here, shaking up the roster a little bit in this top 8. We've taken a quick gander at it right here for you on the screen. Nerf Shine up against Stealthy, Intel Razzo up against Krieg on the winner's side, Tickle Me More up against Mike Sapdig, and then IQ Mira up against Leather Muncher on the loser's side. Some unique names that we don't usually see in a top 8 from Wednesday Night Fights, but welcome to this top 8. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these matches and hopefully maybe a little hint of Testament. I got some of that earlier out in the Bamboo Battles, checking out that Guilty Gear Strive bracket there. So maybe you folks are out there playing some Testament. Have you tried out Testament yet, Tabby?
I've only got to play a little bit. I haven't had all the time in the world to test them out yet, but definitely they've been very, very enjoyable, and it's definitely, I think, a character that you should I think everybody should at least touch for a little bit if you have them, because they're very scary potentially.
Yeah, but
not
what's
as
not scary is that Matcherino, right? We were on the same wavelength. I know you were going there. But yeah, that Matcherino, the drill. Every week we have Matcherino available here. 28 codes left. Claim the codes. It's free money going into the pot. The players would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Tabby, I'm sure, would also appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So there
Look
you
at that.
go.
Someone just claimed it right now. It just went from 550 to 575. It's that easy. 2 clicks, and you're there.
It is just that easy. It's just as easy as making a clip, which is also a couple clicks here on the stream. You can submit the best clip of the night and get yourself a chance to win a free subscription to Level Up Live's channel. And 3 winners will be announced throughout the week. We do have a treat for you in the middle of the bracket here, so check out some of those clips later on.
Actually,
tonight.
you know what, Zero? Let's show them right now. Let's show them who's last week's winners are. While we do that. Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do that.
Let's roll the tape.
Let's
Let's go.
These hot clips. Let's
I'm
rock.
ready to see this.
It's like the flexibility this character has, like good movement, great projectile. The combos are hard knockdowns. Super solid. A lot of tools. Level 2.
Gotta get rid of the problem. Gotta get rid of the problem.
Hey.
Oh, still alive. He's still alive. Woo!
The counter.
No,
Ooh,
you're
get
dead.
extra damage off that. Oh my god.
You are so good. Yo, Violent Kane. Damn, that was sick. Okay.
The thing about, be careful. We saw the power wave frame trap earlier. Fireball into super. Gotta be careful. Don't fall for that again.
This movement from Violent Kane, man. He's just ready to confirm something. Give me that confirm. Give me that. Give me that confirm. I got it.
Oh man.
There it is. And Violent Kane.
Now on this year, losers finals, Razzo versus Umisho. That's a way for it to start. There's several ways that could have started. Unfortunately, that one, Razzo probably would have preferred it not.
No, not like this. A round start.
The red life from the first combo before the wall break has not even drained yet, and Razzo is already been made into...
How could you forget that last week we were dominated by the wrath of Happy Chaos? I mean, right there, the clip was perfect. You have the sizzle, the hype, the introduction to what we're looking for these top clip picks. Yeah, and even that opening there with the KOF as well, too. A brilliant start. I mean, gosh, be sure to tune into some of these VODs and also take that opportunity to get these clips tonight. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more action there. Congratulations to the winners from last week's contest. I'm sure
Let's
you got some keen eyes out there for this one.
They weren't here during Street Fighter V, so maybe they're here now. So it's Mega Man X, She-Wolf Val, and Shofu. So congratulations, you got a sub. You should know when next time you join the Level Up stream, you should have a badge next to your next to your name. So congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. You know, I got a soft spot for Mega Man X. I tell you, great name, wonderful name. But yeah, you can also, I'm sure it'll be a nice little treat too the next time you log into Twitch. Even if you're not here right now, you're going to have some of those emotes available to put out there into the ether, into the Twitterverse, even in the chat right now if you wanted to, while we're waiting for our first match of the night. I believe we're going to have that Nerf Shine up against Stealthy here. Somebody's going to get on the sticks. We're going to have a set tonight, Tabby.
Hopefully at least one set. Just
one, but no more after that.
But it looks like both of them are sitting down. I feel like this is a classic matchup between these two at this point. They've played each other so many times through these top 8s, and it's also the story that I think a lot of people talk about between Potemkin and Axel. At one point was probably the worst matchup in the game, but definitely as slowed down a little bit and got a little bit more even. And Stealthy's been, showing his dominance over and over and over, week after week. So we're gonna have to see if Shine's really gonna be able to adapt and get through Stealthy's very aggressive defense. But right now, that's not happening. Just using those 5Ps and IDJSs to just check any kind of movement that Shine's doing.
Yeah, we're already starting out the round in such a bad position for Potemkin, having to use the slide head to try to close it out there. I think that's a great option as well, too, since any sort of sickle or Rensen is just about going to be one hit, unless we go for this explosion, right, to avoid that armor from slide head here. Approach is strong, Shine biding their time.
Yeah, just trying to find those spaces where Stealthy's gonna have to gets the PRC mix. Oh, jumps the throw. Gonna keep him back full screen, just using the Rensens, trying to prevent any kind of forward momentum. Mega Fist hits, slide head coming through. He gets a mix opportunity, but the counter hit Mega Fist tries to go for a grab, doesn't get it.
And we are so close to that corner. All that work just disappearing in a flash as Stealthy finds a way out thanks to the Axel Bomber there. I was gonna say there's no more room to run. He had to play perfectly on defense here. Nice blue drift to get an extra escape, but the Mega Fist followed through, jumps HS, saves Stealthy's high.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely need to keep those situations always in his favor right there. But Shine's not having it. You can see just continuing the aggression, but Stealthy's not having it. Slide head getting through now gives Shine a chance. Attempts to read the jump back, but doesn't get it with the whiffed air grab, but keeping him in the corner. Nice IBFD to push him out, but not gonna have it. And now it's Shine's turn to be aggressive. Potemkin Buster into the corner. Axel doesn't have that much else to play around with this. Garuda blocks first one and gets clipped by the second one, unfortunately.
Back-to-back. So as resources, both players, honestly, no burst being spent right now.
No, it's the respect between both of them, just knowing that they'll probably get to the situation and only burst when it's your last resource available.
Right, absolutely. It's a do or die scenario at this point, right? You're going to spend it as a last resort, like you said already. Trying to avoid the slide head. I like the jump buttons as well, too, from Stealthy to avoid that situation.
Yeah, Shine, though, if he keeps reading that Stealthy's going to be jumping back on those slide heads, which is immediately go for a hammer fall instead to close that gap. So Stealthy needs to try to make sure to mix it up because he's really relying on those air buttons right now. And if Shine makes that one right decision, it can be the end of Stealthy's life bar. But tries to go for the dust, but doesn't get anything out of it. You see right there, just like that, goes for the mix. Shine still has burst, though, and isn't going to get a chance to use it with one vision, letting him Stealthy finish the combo and taking that round.
Yep, opting to switch over to the Rensen to get the 2 hits off the armor there. I mean, because we saw a Hammerfall coming through, and armor already getting chunked away there. That's the big fear, right? The 2HS is great, of course, reaching full stream, but again, we need those 2 hits to shut down armor and make Shine really think about when to do slide head after that as well, too. Either one of those, anything with armor, that's what we're trying to shut down using those Rensens there. And Stealthy, I just really had to praise the patience of Stealthy to be able to play that full screen, and even more so, the patience of Shine to try to even close that gap, like walking down Stealthy, which Shine was successful in multiple times, and now we just got to finish the rest of that fight.
Yeah, he's just got to be correct more times than Stealthy is in any given moment, which is not hard with someone like Stealthy, who's, I feel like they're correct most of the time, but that's a good time for Shine to be correct. Doesn't get the Garuda hit into the corner, but Stealthy still has to play rough. Mega Fist block, but UK2D checks him right back out to mid-screen.
Absolutely. Nice. There's another Mega Fist right there. Purple RC to get the conversion.
No wall break, just keeping that second Garuda hit. Stealthy not respecting it. Trying to find their opportunity to get out of it, but Shine's just gonna keep going for it and keeps pulling Stealthy up.
Yeah, and a really good.
Just the immediate down back right at the round start. What a call.
Yeah, and especially too, great decision from Shine in that last round too to not go for a shatter combo. Just keep that corner position there where there's no room for Stealthy to run away. And again, you know, we can use health as a resource. We are the classic grappler scenario here against Zoner. Oh boy, blue RC, jab it out, okay.
Oh, but it techs back to mid-screen. This is exactly what Stealthy wanted from that situation. But, you know, Shine's got his opportunity. He tries to go for air grab, but just 5P anti-air. Slidehead coming out. Gets the counter hit, forcing the burst out of Stealthy right now. Once again, but just hammer falling right back in. This is exactly what Shine wants in a round. And it's going to be able to use it. Oh, jumps the pot buster. But no follow-up.
We needed the 5P just enough there to get the kill. So that's the work to do. Nice. It was able to get 2 falling buttons in there before her landing.
That's the advantage of the tall body Potemkin, allowing those options to come out way more than it does for most characters. Slidehead coming out. Let's see if Shine's able to do anything with it. ERC mix. Garuda 1. Doesn't go for Garuda 2 this time, trying to catch it.
Almost had it there. Yo, thank goodness. You know what? We take those. A little bit too far away. Okay, I'll take a Garuda if it doesn't mean I get Potemkin busted after that. Ooh, the hammer fist though.
Yeah, pushing Shine back to mid-screen. Jumps the command grab. Good lead on that. But Shine's got to work hard to get that last poke in while Stealthy just has to run out the clock.
Oh dear. Yeah, speaking of running out the clock, let me pause. No! No! Stealthy! No!
Well, Shine's going to make sure to pause Stealthy's life bar right there. And with that dropped 1 vision combo, a very unfortunate situation, but, you know, we take those when we get them. Yeah. Right?
That is what I said. Yeah, we do take them. Oh, dear. All right, well, hopefully Stealthy is going to be able to shake that one off. We'll see how it goes. But even still, Shine, again, great work at remaining patient and honestly taking advantage of that situation that could have been bad, and Shine with the wherewithal to kind of turn things around right there and keep up the pace. And this relentless gauntlet of sickles flying at you.
Yeah, Stealthy really turned on the aggression compared to these previous games right at the round start, just constantly pressing buttons, but Shine's pressing that potbuster button, getting a nice 45% and the counter hit, forcing the round 1 burst from Stealthy, finally getting it out to potentially win the future rounds if they're able to get one in, but 1 vision time. Drop the bomber loops. Stealthy you gotta wash the butter off your hands, Stealthy, before top 8 at least. You know, it's
you know, you probably ordered the McDonald's came through and all the grease everywhere.
It's a school night, I know. Like it's rough, but you gotta keep that consistent at this level of top 8. Now it's Shine turn to just keep that Garuda mix going. Goes for a flick, trying to prevent anything. Slidehead's in the corner. 1 more mix opportunity. Stealthy's dead. Oh, jumps.
Scary situation with the burst on the way. A Mega Fist knocking at the door, trying to go for the jump slash and still not connecting quite yet. You want it so bad. I know, and there it is, the 5P. Take a deep breath, drink your water for this next round start.
Staying hydrated is always good, but you don't have that much time when Potemkin's barreling down the field at you, trying to tackle you all the way into the corner, but Stealthy pushing him all the way into the mid-screen still, not allowing Shine to gain any sort of consistency, but yeah, Shine's just not getting those hits like he was in the previous rounds, so Stealthy's gonna use that to his advantage and just keep throwing out rents and keep throwing out 2 H's.
Really good jump H right there, and goes for the RC drift to get the extended hit. Side swap, and got the space that we needed. There was a backdash from Shine here, but oh my god. Wait a minute.
Potbuster 2 coming out! Shine is feeling himself right now. And we're gonna see if we can see something that right slide ahead right at the round start, knowing that Stealthy's gonna try to be a little bit more aggressive, trying to get something out of it. But the counter hit Garuda once again has to burst the third. Garuda flick back the Renson. That was just great for Shine. Forcing a burst out.
The patient. Shine doesn't care. Look, it's nerf or nothing, and I'm gonna dunk you in a second here.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like Shine's trying to figure out a way for Potemkin to get nerfed with these results right now. Just continuously keeping that pressure over onto Stealthy. Gets the counter hit into the corner. This is the reverse super from Stealthy.
Yeah,
yep. No clash though. And now it's a great situation for Stealthy, just trying to play that mid-screen poke game while no health to really make a mistake. Even those that chip damage through and through will get Shine down to a bad situation, but the full screen hammer fall is going to allow Shine to take it 2-1 over Stealthy.
Yeah, and that's like you were saying too, right? We see a lot of those jump buttons coming through, like your jump S's. Really trying to get mileage out of that, and it was only a matter of time before Shine's like, okay, I've taken enough of these hits off of Slide Head. I'm either going to Mega Fist or I'm coming in with the Hammer Fall. I'm going to close this gap.
Yeah, Stealthy's getting a little non-predictable, or predictable, that's the word I'm looking for, in these situations, but just constantly trying to stay in the air. It is a very good option for Potemkin. It shuts down a lot, but if Shine decides to make the read at the right time, you're in for a very bad situation. Unfortunately, Shine's now the one in that bad situation with that full wall break combo, but doesn't get the wall break with the 2H. Thrown back into the corner, stay in there. This is where your home is now. Nice IVs, but wow, right at the very end.
Nice little trade right there. Oh dear.
That's a good trade indeed.
Right after that. I mean, that's a good... Stop
air
it.
throw.
Oh no.
Once again. Oh,
the air throw
counter air throw back.
Stealthy staying alive and putting a round on the board here in this game 4.
Definitely not willing to go without an air throw or two coming out. You saw Stealthy trying to do that earlier actually versus Shine, so potentially that tech versus Shine that they had been labbing is coming out to fruition once these games get a little later, and so now Shine's going to need to make that adaptation for trying to go for these air-to-airs. Throw tech for both players in the mid-screen. 5 PJS checks once again. This is exactly what Stealthy wants. Slide head. Mega Fist doesn't connect there with the Tractor Herbox on the JH. Forcing a burst.
Hey, this is a great position here for Stealthy at full screen. Got caught by Slide Head. 50% meter. You know the Kara Pop Buster is coming through. And 50% more. We got a blue RC checking, seeing what you're doing. Nice for you to hold the frame.
And gets the 6B air grab in the corner with the wall break is gonna do it. Shine now just one game away from taking this 3-1 over Stealthy. Slide coming out, lets him get into the situation of mix, but what is it? Flick all the way back into the corner. You gotta hold that Kara Pot Buster. Stealthy now one good throw away from death. Garuda tries to PRC, but isn't able to block it. Stealthy now with 100 meter in the corner. This is a very good situation. Axel Bomber into a wall break with the 2K2D follow-up.
The drift coming through. Nice jump. Heavy. Not fast enough for you to try to react with anti-air. Trying to jump back slash. Has to be so careful. You know, Shine is fishing for it.
And Shine, though, while they have burst, this is a very hard situation while Axel's just sitting at full screen where burst isn't really going to be your best bet. And it whiffs right there, but it gives him an opportunity to stay and blocks the YRC, gets a pot buster, and that's going to do it. Shine taking it 3-1 over Stealthy with that great read right there. Oh my goodness.
It's the one word out of this set is consistency. Shine had by far the most consistency when it came to damage, when it came to that neutral game, and when it came to finishing rounds. Stealthy dropping combos and dropping just practical bread and butter situations for Axel really cost so much in those rounds that it really started to add up. Especially, honestly, the big takeaway out of that entire set was just the literal drop off of the one vision combo that we were supposed to get our Tiger Knee Axel Bombers right after that, because that would have been some substantial damage, would have a different story entirely and it just kept snowballing from there. That mental happened, and gosh, Shine did great work, and so did Stealthy there. But again, consistency was key.
And we're going to see another one of those very consistent players, well, two really consistent players actually coming up here in Razzo versus Krieg. And this is the story of the game right now. Happy Chaos versus Leo, the two of the three characters people are afraid of the most. And in a traditionally Happy Chaos favored matchup, but Razzo is known to make it a Razzo favorite matchup, even if it's bad.
Yeah.
But you can see right now,
Razzo, one of those players that's just unconditionable here. When you come at this Deus Ex Machina and taking the round, perfect.
Yeah, and that's, Happy Chaos just needs to get the one read right, and then you're stuck in the sniper alley where there's not much you can do as a Leo. It's very hard to get through, but Razzo utilizing those dash blocks, just trying to make sure that they can stay close while trying to ID any of the guard crushes coming out. But Krieg is going to have it, wall breaking him in the corner. Just keeping him in there, keeping that mix mid-screen.
Just ammunition is all that Happy Chaos needs. Starts with one bullet, and it's a nightmare from there.
Absolutely, that's a great situation.
Just out of it, though.
Get no concentration. Does have the needed super on here. Tries to bait the burst, doesn't get it. He's going for the mix, but Mash is out of it. Blocks the burst with the RC. And Krieg's going to take it right now, up 1-0. What a great round from Krieg, just showing off their strength as in this matchup. And really, honestly, for few and far between, being someone who's able to read what Razzo's going to do.
Yeah.
Which is a very unique skill, to say the least.
I mean, gosh, I'm still getting flashbacks from last week's bracket of just constant Happy Chaos problems to deal with, and Razzo was caught in the same situation before, trying to deal with Happy Chaos.
But you can see right now, Krieg is stuck in the Leo mix situation, forcing a burst net right there. Gets the run through counter hit, no back turn stance though to really make it a reward, but overhead back into the mid screen. What's the mix? I got hit. I got hit with that mix. Super into the corner, and that's going to allow Razzo to take it with a perfect on their own versus that Happy Chaos. So they're definitely showing that they're willing to use everything in their power, everything in Leo's court to try and take it. And just like that, you can see the mix is coming out once again. Left, right, high, low throw. What's it going to be?
Yeah, we got to keep this overwhelming pressure here, build up on the mental stack. Nice overdrive for our shatter here. And it makes it really difficult for Krieg to get us out here, especially too Happy Chaos. No reversal. So Happy Chaos has to hold this and just be impeccable on defense to really get that pushback. We're looking for FD just defenses as well too, right? Just trying to get that spacing, trying to push as far away as we can in order to try to interrupt or at least get a call out. And Razzo isn't very likely going to put out a very bad situation or try to go for a run through or try to leave too significant of a gap. We're going to keep it real tight. And of course, Razzo's going to have a DP in the back pocket as well.
ABC always be charging, but Krieg's following that ABS always be shooting right now. And just bringing it back into the corner with the roll side swap. Got to keep him in there. Goes to the Deus Ex Machina, but they had I thought they had slumped off the wall for there, and that wasn't going to hit, but Krieg knows the character better than I do very clearly. It's looking at the results right here. And now it's their turn once again. They're just playing 6 shots. You got to try to beat through them all. But, Razzo has to find only one opportunity to really get their game plan going.
Close. I mean, they're running out of room to run away. Red RC, what a call out here, especially through the clone. Right, nice. So the hard part is over, right? You survived the positive bonus from Happy Chaos, a major win condition in that round right there. And oh no, that was almost absolutely nightmare scenario. A called out burst, my goodness.
Yeah, Razzo
to get it back too. It was just, you got 2 bursts in a round.
Yeah, Razzo knowing that because of how much they're going to have to be blocking and trying to go for those IVs as well to prevent this damage, they're going to be getting burst back a lot quicker than what normally happens in these sort of ranked matchups. So being able to think that I still have a chance of winning the next round, I can get a burst in the third, potentially in the second if I play my cards right. And they forced a burst out of Krieg right there, so it looks like their cards are looking pretty good. Looks a nice soft 16 right now on the table. But Krieg might be sitting with an ace up. We don't know if it's 10 under there or if it's a 3.
We'll have to see right here, right? Okay, got the tap dust, able to bounce off the wall. Big conversion. Looks like we drew a 3 on the next pull.
Yep, but you know, Krieg still has 100 meter of the 5P in the RC trader right there. Razzo not going out yet. Burst almost back for both players. This is a very good situation for Razzo to be in as well. And it's getting those, that counter hit 5K goes in for the run through, trying to keep that mix going. You can see it once again, just rinse, repeat. Krieg not having it, throws out of the overhead, and gets a nice clean hit.
There's the steady aim right there, and hip firing, pulling through, has to charge concentration. Resources are low here, but it's a troublesome situation for Razzo because, of course, concentration, the wall is closing in. That drift, brilliant stuff. 100 tension, you're able to, 1, drift, get the DP, 2, call out the burst. You didn't finish the combo, but that is fine. The 2K closing it out. Razzo pulling all the stops, and the patience does pay off.
You know, that's the theme of tonight so far, is just patience pays off. Both the players who have been in these winning seats right now, or the seemingly winning seats, are just in these matches where they're having to push through, fight through, cut down tree from tree, fight limb from limb, but they're able to find those one opportunities to just swing on right in there. And let's see if Razzo's able to do it one more time, or if Krieg's able to keep that jungle growing and keep the gorilla out.
Honestly, I feel like Razzo is fighting an Elden Ring boss right now, because the wave of relief that you have to feel after that grueling dash block series in that last round, absolutely insane. And Razzo is running on cloud 9 right now, perfect to start off this 4th game round.
Definitely has a plus 25 Leo in their inventory right now, and Krieg's just a lowly soldier it seems. But maybe there'll be a boss later on. Right now, just continuing that pressure in the corner, but gets the DP, bringing that mix back. Nice blocks though, just getting the good reads, but 6H hit in the mid screen, so no full follow up into the corner.
Yep, although roll through, and good block here for Razzo, able to react, goes for the side swat, the throw punish from Krieg. PRC to keep himself safe in front of the clone. The guard point here, good stuff actually.
Yeah, the guard point preventing you from getting into guard crush state is actually a really good opportunity, a really good idea to use if you think the FPS is just going to try to steady aim you to death. But Krieg's showing that they're willing to use any kind of shot to take this round, and not allowing Razzo to get in those mixed situations. But Razzo found an opening, and that's exactly what they need to take this situation. Goes for overhead once again. Krieg seeing the blocks.
And now jump D combos, 3 of them.
Yep, JD loops the most optimal if you know what the wall health is at, and gets the air throw to finish off that round with a perfect. Razzo taking it 3-1 over Krieg.
That's why Razzo didn't win the last round. It wasn't perfect. So it has to, we're sending a message to Happy Chaos that we've evolved. We have, wow, to say Leo evolved. Huh. Never thought I'd be here. This is an interesting moment. But no, in all seriousness though, Razzo definitely clearly took some notes from last week's defeats. I mean, a frustrating one at that too. And here we are, Razzo being able to solve that puzzle, and it's not an easy puzzle to solve by any means. I mean, it was that last-ditch effort, that patience, that really closed the gap. The dash-up DP was a big risk that ended up paying off, especially having the resources to back it up.
Yeah, it's definitely it's actually a smarter option now that I'm like thinking about it a little bit more. Just like it's a smart option to go click over onto that match arena and claim a code if you haven't. We still have 25 codes remaining, and I know there's more than 25 of you right now watching the stream, so if we just get 25 of you to go over there, click that claim code button, we'll be out, and the players who end up winning this bracket will definitely be rewarded with the with what you can bring onto it.
Yes, and don't forget about that Phantom Breaker Omnia that did come out March 15th. I believe there's still that giveaway going on as well too, so make sure you give a follow to Rocket Panda and Level Up Live, or even subscribe to the Level Up Live YouTube as well to be entered into that giveaway to get yourself a free copy of that Phantom Breaker fighting game.
I'll be honest, I haven't stopped watching that game. That game is really sick. It's one of those that I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna see it at a major. I'm gonna go, all right, we're sitting down there for the next hour.
It's been really cool. I was just going through some of the clips from Rooflemonger put out a video about like all you need to know about Phantom Breaker Omni. I'm like, yes, I would like to know more about this game aside from its visual aesthetic that looks fantastic, and just especially too like look, if you're an indie game out there, like I got a soft spot for you. So we got an indie fighter out here. Let's go. I need to know. Give me the deets. I need to have my hands on it. I need to play it. I need to see it, consume it. Just like I'm about to consume this next match.
Yeah, this is since we just finished up, this is all the winter side. So
we're just waiting on Tickle Me More. Wasn't paying attention to the Discord. He's gonna join now. So, like, oh, I'm up next. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot. I'm away. You know, I miss being right next to a player. We're like, hey, freaking Tickle Me Monster 123. Where you at? Where you at? I mess with their names so much that they don't want me to like say their names anymore. Like if they're like, I add names to their names. So, some guy might be like Hot Dude 123, be like freaking Ugly Dude 123. Where you at? So, no, it's Ugly. No, it's Hot Dude. Well, hey man.
You want it said right. You just got to be here on time. It's not like the top 8 went anywhere.
You know, I have what are you doing? A gaggle or two about those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gaggle me more out here. Come on, seriously.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to give them some rough words about this later tonight.
Yeah, well, so. Speaking of like, missing like live events, it felt great, dude. We did the launch event for Phantom Breaker Omni, and it was the first live event we've done in SoCal in like 2 years. 2 years. Wow. Yeah. I mean, we did Red Bull Kumite, which was a pretty big deal, but that was in Las Vegas. But in our home, it just kind of, and seeing our friends again and be like, yo, it's like, I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are at home just watching a stream comfortable. You will be quickly reminded how fun it is. I promise you. Once you start seeing friends again, doing this thing, you'll want to go back. So, all right, here we go.
Cool. Tickle Me More coming up here, up against Mike Saftig here. Soul back.
Soul. This is I feel like a couple weeks ago, this is the match, the talk of the town, where Enos were sort of taken over these top 8s, but Happy Chaos sort of took over that slot, I think, as the public enemy.
Real quick.
Potentially tested in the future. But we're going to see right now Tickle Me More just being able to be very familiar with this matchup, trying to 6P out any of the longer pressure that Soul can have, but Mike Saftig's not having it and keeping him in the corner. Nice fast start, so he's trying to go for the mix. Yeah. More reads.
Okay. 2HS coming through here. Nice pickup. Tickle Me More trying to push you over to the corner here. Gonna get this shatter into an overdrive. That won't kill. I mean, the guts on Soul is just astronomical.
He's a big boy, eats his Wheaties every morning, and you're going to see that right now with this huge counter hit conversion into the corner itself, but no full kill yet. This is a one-touch situation for both players, trying to go for a dive to catch anything. Here, he's out of it, but the air DP is going to allow Mike Saftig to take it.
6H goes for the round start 6H. Look, I've seen some of these highlight reels before. We'll be all right on this.
The counter hit, forcing a burst out for Tickle Me More right there, and just trying to find that opening to get a nice hit into the mix, but Mike Saftig's not having it, just keeping the 6S's out, using the 5Ks when they get close. The slide under the burst is a good call, but with DP, not what you want to do.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the fast RC able to just carry you over to the corner. The momentum keeps going. 2-8. Shatter. Saftig. Oh my, Saftig closes out right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, Tickle Me More. You know, they had 100 meter to play with. They're now down to 50, and they're just sliding right under that air movement. And DP once again for Mike Saftig. He's just revving that input over and over and over again, waiting to find those opportunities to press the S or H button, and he's finding it over Tickle Me More.
Yeah, you got to be so careful against Mike Saftig. You never know. Look, there's two players, not players, but like player characters or what have you that you have to watch out for. Enos and Souls from Weds Night Fights. It's always Enos and Souls. Now it's Happy Chaos. You're right. Like it's changed over to Happy Chaos. Watch out. But you know Mike Saftig is out there. You know Mira's out there. You know oh no. One more. Oh no.
Well, we're gonna see a nice 6H counter hit right at the round start. So no one more needed from there, forcing a burst out from Tickle Me More. And using the dive right over the Gunflame. What a good read right there on Mike Saftig trying to use that Gunflame to catch everything. But it's now their turn to go for the block pressure. He uses the RC to get an overhead, keeping him in the corner. The lift backdash into the counter hit close slash, making that a quick and clean round, a pretty soul round right there, if I must say so. And
traditional soul round, yeah.
Traditional soul round. And right now, you see Mike Saftig's kind of feeling himself. He's using those successes in a lot closer scenarios where it's a lot riskier if Tickle Me More prepared for it, but Tickle Me More prepared for this Tyrant Rave to come up and break the wall, putting them at a sneeze away from death right now with no meat to play with, no resources. Tries to go for the throw, but doesn't get it.
You got one hit. That's it. That's a moral victory right there, okay? We know the wild throw was coming. We've seen it several times here at Weds Night Fights. We all don't want to see it happen to you.
I felt it in my bones coming a mile away. I'll tell you what, from all these Mike Saftig matches that I've seen in the past. But you know, Mike Saftig took that as a quick 2-0. Tickle Me More, I think, might need to take some time, just really think about it. But instead, they're just jumping right into it. They're feeling comfortable then, and they just need to find that opportunity where they can get in. They can do the Eno shenanigans that Eno's known for. But Mike Saftig's not feeling it. He's just gonna DP whenever he feels like it, and you're gonna take it.
Yeah, being able to steal turns is a blessed option there. No, yeah, absolutely, Bird. You've seen this highlight reel. The gold right at you.
Uses the IVFP to keep him
again.
Out, though.
Wait a minute, please.
But drops the full conversion, gets a throw into the corner, keeps going for the mix, but isn't able to get the full follow-up after the 2K counter hit. You can see it right there, though, is able to find it. 5H wall break, Mike Saftig, a game away from taking this up 3 over Tickle Me More. They're going to really need to find their opportunity to get in, but walk back 6H to classic.
Yeah, Tickle Me seems a little bit shook right now. Mike Saftig is running away with this victory here. Now the 6H pulls through here for Tickle Me More.
Keeping him in the corner, consistently going for safe jump setups over, because they know Mike Saftig's wanting to DP out of this. Use the super right there. They're going to get a wall break. Tickle Me More taking a round finally. They're not going down without a fight, and hopefully they can improve on that into these next rounds. But Mike Saftig's now just going to play a good old success simulator. No fall up to the corner. 6P back to the mid screen. What's the mix? I got hit low. I'm gonna be real.
I tried to go for the nice, a whole anime exit right there. The Psycho Crusher not pulling through. Bandit Brigger decides to blast right by the stroke, and here we go, get caught by Gunflame. Perfect burst right now for Tickle Me More, trying to get out of this corner, but the vortex underneath the note to get the pickup, jump done.
Not able to deal enough damage to take Tickle Me More out just yet, and with 50 meter, this could be a good situation. They get a couple clean hits with DP forcing a burst.
Chase with Bandit Revolver. The falling jump slash, and there's another DP. Like you said, it's a success simulator. You said success, not
success. Success simulator, yes. And Mike Saftig using that success to take it up 3-0. You know, Tickle Me More always putting up a fight, but it's so bad guy. You're just gonna lose rounds sometimes. It's just like a clean hit DP deals 1.5 million damage. What can you do about it? What can you do?
And honestly, what a better character to deal with Eno mix in general, right? Especially on high lows. You have that invulnerable DP to really save you a lot on, from just Eno's unique dash. And then even with stroke there too, we saw that Mike Saftig on reaction was like, cool, I could just vortex here. Like, we'll see who wins. We'll crash into each other real fast. Right back at it, we do have another soul bad guy from Mira up against Leather Muncher.
Yeah, I know Mira is a little bit less of a DP happy player, so we might see them be a little bit more calm throughout these matches.
Yeah.
But Leather Muncher, you know, just going to be utilizing the Axel in this matchup, which is generally it's something that's Axel favored. But you know, just right before this, coming in from the pools, we saw that we were seeing souls left and right be beating Axels, just due to the raw damage potential. If they get that one clean, that's exactly what they're looking for. And you can see Mira's in a great situation for that right now, just playing the good old strike throw, but forces the burst out for Leather Muncher. Now get back to the mid screen.
Really good awareness there from Mira as well. She's being able to kind of just back off and then able to get in that mid-screen range once again here, but now in trouble in this corner here. Damage is dwindling away as you get killed by 1,000 cuts. Sickles of Leather Muncher.
But finds a nice 6P right there to put him in the corner. Backdashes the throw. This is great for Mira. Keeps the big damage coming. Fafnir for the mix, and Tyrant Rave after the nice clean hit combo, showing that it's Soul Bad Guy with the perfect over Axel. That's the matchup. You just need to repeat that about 7 more times and you're good to go right here. But tries to go for the command grab setup after the down hit 2H, but Mira was ready for it and not allowing it to happen.
Oh.
An
interesting trade in Leather Muncher's favor though too. And look at this, running right underneath the 5P from Leather Muncher and pushed right into the corner. No burst to save you. Look at that. Risk cranked up. Don't get caught.
6H allowing the opportunity for Leather Muncher to get caught though, and now you had to find an opportunity to not get hit, but unfortunately you're stuck into the corner. Wild throw for the round right there. Mira just tossing them into the ground saying, no thank you, we're not playing the game anymore. We're going to be moving on to the next one.
It's just the unplug your opponent's controller. Like, mid-super, just unplug their controller. I need to play another set. Get out.
Unplug their controller, throw their stick on the ground, say, who's next?
Oh, that's why we need locals back. That's toxic behavior. Don't do that. But oh my goodness, if I saw it, I'd be like, yo. No one would ever stop talking about it. I mean, just ask Sanford Kelly. Anyways.
But you know, no one's stopped talking about these matches that we have going on right now. And you see Leather Muncher they're trying their hardest to keep Mira out, but Mira's finding those opportunities and getting nice, good counter hits to keep Leather Muncher into the corner, always going for the DP, trying to make sure that they don't have to reset back to neutral. And the 5P resets right there.
Just to make sure that the burst wasn't going to pull through that. We'd be able to block in time.
Hey, you got to do everything you can in these top 8s. You got to definitely be, you're fighting for the title, so it can be hard to make those correct, safe decisions. But Mira was able to find it, and was able to find a good counter hit on the 5H right there. RC to block the burst. And Leather Muncher's in a very bad situation right now. Not as much anymore. Found their opportunity.
Okay.
Gets the 6H RC, bringing them back to the corner. Backdashes the command throw.
Yeah. Still has burst available. Close it. Just keeps running. See, this is the difference, right? We had a DP happy soul bad guy in Mike Saftig. Mira is the relentless aggression soul bad guy, just not stopping. You can't stop her. She's going to break the door down.
Well, if you're not prepared for that, if you don't have that steel reinforced door right there, she's gonna kick on through and say, "Where's my prize?"
It's your own fault. You should have bought the locks. You should have bought the insurance. It's your own fault. You were here.
Didn't have that the alarm system on there, and a good old vortex coming out to slide right under that door, but drops the combo. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far. Backdashes the throw time, but now Axel and Gold Burst is a great situation to keep Mira away from them. Just being able to use that RC to allow that pressure to continue, but it's the counter hit. JH, this is a great opportunity. Moves it back mid-screen, but drops the combo.
We're at that mid-screen situation again. The jump HS seems to be getting a lot of mileage right now for Leather Muncher here, but Mira still fighting her way in. Gap caught low. Can't block forever. Leather Muncher slowly being able to chip away once again here. Let's see if Mira can pull another one out.
Yeah, Leather Muncher might have found that adaptation, but Mira's actually showing that they've found the adaptation to the adaptation.
Right.
And they've already brought them back to the corner and putting themselves in a good situation.
Oh.
The wild throw misses, and now it's Leather Muncher's turn to keep them in the corner. Nice trade right there, giving Mira another chance. And gets the Vortex once again, but drops the full combo.
Already had like that full not volcanic. It was Bandit Revolver 2-hit already. That was as much as we could do after that, unfortunately. There, just a little bit too early. It might have been too far for that jump dust to even connect to the wall with the bounce. Oh no, the command grab. Mira's been so good at dodging him, but one sneaks by.
That's exactly what it means, but just the charge dust is blocked. Leather Muncher was paying attention. Finally gets an opportunity to check the Vortex. But doesn't get a whole bunch off of it. Throw back into the mid-screen. This is Mira at a very low health. Let's see if they're able to find the opportunity. One touch away to death. Leather Muncher taking that game now, showing that they're ready to play the matchup. They're ready to show why Axel is considered favored.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start there for Leather Muncher, but the adjustments are there. We're seeing the jump heavy slash is a great option. Love the PRC to challenge the Vortex there. So Leather Muncher is slowly building up that knowledge base. They're trying to turn things around here. And as long as you can maintain just like the regular onslaught of making it extremely difficult for Mira to close this gap, it should still be Leather Muncher's game here. 5K though. Can't forget about the glory that be 5K in the soul.
The Bandit Revolver unfortunately misses with Wild Throw, so Leather Muncher is able to use that to their advantage. Keep it in full screen. Gold burst out now with his 100-meter and a Dream 6H whiffs. And now it's Mira's turn to just keep playing that Soul Bad Guy pressure and keep him in the corner once again. But goes for the super, but Mira was blocking it and ready for it. Goes for the PRC afterwards to get the anti-air on the jumping attempt, but nothing too crazy after that 6H, keeping him in the corner.
Rip and wow. Heavy Volcanic Viper after the drift, closing that gap, getting that invulnerability that we were looking for to close out that round there.
Yeah, using those eye trades to their advantage. Must have been playing a lot of Elden Ring right before this, I'll tell you what. And DP in the corner once again. This is exactly where Mira has kept Leather Muncher before. And you can see now with a wall break that Leather Muncher's a sneeze away, but has burst. So this could be good.
Mira could have killed right there with the Tyrant Rave, and unfortunately did not get the correct input for it by the looks of it here. So has a bit more work to do. Should be able to relatively close it out. Calls out the gold burst in 6HS to plant the gravestone.
Yeah, we've seen that gold burst situation come up again and again from Leather Muncher right there. They've been very comfortable with just knocking Mira and potentially other players away while gaining that meter. But Mira, after a couple games, finally read it, finally knew, okay, this has happened, I'm just going to block, and they were able to use that to take the round.
Yeah, a strong showing here from Mira, of course. Leather Muncher really kind of fighting with their back against the ropes there for a lot of those games, and it's just, gosh, like I wish we had Leather Muncher in game 3 for the entirety of that set, because I think we would have had a much longer set for that one. But those late adjustments, that'll kill you, right? But it won't kill you to click that claim code button there on the Matcherino. We still have those 22 codes left over to use. There's plenty in there. And even if you've already used it, you can, of course, tweet it out, let folks know that 1, Guilty Gear Strive is happening, and 2, there's a Matcherino to add to the pot for free. You don't have to spend any money. Let's get those codes gone before Grand Finals.
Absolutely, and as well as with the Matcherino, if you are feeling generous, you can donate additional money to the prize pool if you want to see these players walk home with that fat pocket, get that gas money so they can when they drive to work the next day,
or drive to their local next week,
or that's true. That is true, or those plane tickets for those majors coming up. But right now, the only kind of ticket you're gonna need is a speeding ticket against the Soul Bad Guy trying to come in against the Happy Chaos. But Krieg's not gonna have it right now. Just utilizing those shots, trying to keep Mike Saptic out, but almost found an opportunity to get in there. But it's Krieg's time to shine once again. Clone coming out.
Yeah, and it puts a full stop to Mike Saptic's offense, right? We saw Mike decide to run it, probably a Vortex on the way, and then boom, and the clone just, okay, but I've seen episode 2 of Star Wars. I don't need to deal with the rest of this.
I wasn't expecting an Attack of the Clones reference today. I'm a little shocked. I'm just gonna let you know. Krieg right now, though, just getting better aim than the Stormtrooper. I'll tell you what, with these hits coming out, and Mike Saptic is trying to use their trying to find an opportunity to get themselves in, but Krieg is not having it and just keeping them down with these shots over and over and over. Always getting the perfect reloads to keep that pressure going. Finally finding a hit, but have the bolts to get the full conversion.
I mean, hey, look, the concentration is up there. You see Mike really trying to close the gap as fast as they can. Hoping to prayer burst. Krieg take it the W.
You're going to use it or lose it because you were going to die in that situation regardless. Yeah. So it was a good call, but Krieg was able to read around it and delay that shot so that they were able to take it up 1-0 over Mike.
Gosh, like...
It's Happy Chaos. What do you
just Happy Chaos. You know, it's a tough play. And I think, too, like, if you look at the match with Leo against Happy Chaos, I said this last week, too, I think Leo's dash is definitely a bit more well-suited to defend against these shots, right? Because the dash input is just like a quick little step rather than the run that most of the cast have anyways. Oh, the air throw! Not going to confuse Krieg out of this one.
Krieg is going to try to create some of that confusion full screen with those delayed shot timings to find an opening to get that counter hit right there. But Mike Saptic finding a good counter hit, but no full follow-up on a little bit of a delayed hit. And Krieg's going to use that to their opportunity with those clean hits over and over and over again.
Yeah, got sniped out of the sky, and unfortunately going to get juggled way more than the barrels in Duck Hunt. Push back, got the curse stuff ready to go. It's tough. It's really tough. Nice counter hit. Pushed into the corner. Deus Ex Machina is on the way to get that full reload.
Because the full reload has concentration buff. We'll be able to apply a curse right after the wall break. This is exactly where Happy Chaos wants to be. Just goes for the steady shot. Once again, you got to burst where you can, or else it's you got to try to take those opportunities. But you know, Krieg is just showing their dominance, just keeping those shots coming over and over and over again, feeling like Revolver Ocelot right now. And you know, 12 shots this time. I've got 50 shots apparently, with all those reloads coming out. And you know, I think Mike Saptic's really gonna have to take that time to figure out how to pierce through this offense. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard.
Yeah, you might want to make a phone call to Gray Fox at this point. So what do I do? There's this guy, Revolver, keeps shooting me. Ramblethal. I was talking about this last week with Razzo as well. I think this is another okay pick, especially with this sword coming out there. I think that's a big option that's going to help out when you can kind of put sword in front of you, PRC, and chase behind it. Yeah, are you going to get the resource?
Yes, and it's having that sword out as well in the corner to keep the explosion down. Even if they're not, if they backdash it, or they figure out some way to get around it, that explosion still locks them down so they can't throw out those shots. It gives you that opportunity to try to play the game. But unfortunately, Happy Chaos still utilizes those same tools in the mid-screen, which can make it a little hard for Ramblethal, as you can see with this whole past game. Just they've been playing the same essentially. They haven't made any major changes from Soul, except for, you know, right there getting a nice Mike Saptic getting a nice counter hit with the bar left right at the round start. Now keeping those sword loops in the corner.
Mortal Bato. Yeah, a little bit too high for any sort of slump there. I mean, this is one of those decisions. Actually, you already have the corner again, so this is looking really positive right now for Mike.
Using that positive bonus to try to create advantages with that insane meter gain that you get, and using those JPs trying to break the wall to end it, but I wasn't able to get it and was able to use a throw. You know, they had 100 meter there. They could have just burned that with an RC to bring it back to the wall. That guarantee the wall breaks. But you know, it's not Street Fighter. We're not saving it for the next round, unfortunately. You could use it or lose it. Mike Saptic now burst back as well, so he has an opportunity to use it or lose it this round.
Oh no, back-to-back dust and Levy there just for the concentration of the slump. Going into the shatter as well with Deus Ex Machina. It's almost said and done here, checkmate situation.
And that's gonna do it. Krieg ending it with a perfect, taking it 3-0. You know, the character switch may have came a little late because you saw Mike Saptic starting to do a lot better just with the character swap. And that may have been Krieg, you know, just trying to make that slow adaptation, but
yeah,
it also could be the strength of Ram in that matchup. It's definitely, I think, a better time for Ram than it is Soul Bad Guy. One thing I was just thinking of that I was hoping we might see is her Beam Super. I'm blanking on the name of it right now.
Yeah.
If he decides to shoot in mid-screen at all, you have 100 meter, you just go to immediately pop that and hit him for it. So that's a huge opportunity. If they're close to the corner, that's a wall break as well.
Yeah.
It's a great tool to use in that matchup, but unfortunately wasn't able to find that chance with Krieg's domination.
Yeah, it's tough, especially till you think about it. You know, it's a resource game at that point, and if you're FDing the whole time, you're not going to have the resource available there. We'll see if anyone else has answers in the future of this bracket here, but Mira and Stealthy are going at it right now.
You know, Mira having to go through the Axel Gauntlet right now on the loser's side, and just trying to find their way to victory. Fortunately, they might be able to do that right here with this big damage. Tyrant, Brave for the wall break into the kill with Axel's low guts rating. And this is exactly where Mira wants to be.
Yes, absolutely. Don't get caught making a mistake against Soul Bad Guy.
Especially against Mira, who's someone who's always able to capitalize on when you make a brief mistake for just even a little bit damage. And it's going to add up over time versus Soul Bad Guy, who gets one nice hit right there. Tries to go for a throw, but Stealthy was prepared for it and comes out of it.
First right there, that full screen situation here for Stealthy. 5K 2D does get blocked. The call out with Bandit Revolver whip throw.
Put him in the corner. Nice blocks on there after the DP whipped, and just able to use that far slash into far slash to take that round. Very quick and clean. You know, Mira, they're prepared. They just had to play 4 rounds of Axel. They're ready to play 4 rounds more right here.
Don't worry about it. I fought Axel before. I think I know what I'm doing. Well, a strong start here for Mira going into the second game.
Yeah, Stealthy, I think, really needs to potentially revert back to what he was doing versus Shine, just staying in the air, using those air normals to keep Mira out, but he's able to find a good hit with the 5/8 right at the round start. He's going to use that to their advantage to keep the mid-screen going, using the 5P check on the air movement, but counter hit far slash forcing a burst up for Stealthy very early into these games.
Great 5K. You pulled me closer to yourself. The fantastic news. Here comes my 5K. I'm going to convert into more pressure. Nice pickup. Clean Volcanic Viper to tie the health right back out the back dash. He doesn't get caught. Now we're still keeping that pressure. Go that 5K 2D coming through from Stealthy. Just needs one more touch and should be able to get the kill, but the throw comes through. You saw Mira put out the hand for the far slash, and it doesn't connect. I think it might have been 6B right here. Yeah, I think it was 6B.
Yeah, trying to check a 6B against any kind of the air movement, but Stealthy wasn't having it and just took that hand and heated them right into the ground right there. And is now able to use those sickles, you know, to potentially give Mira death by 1,000 cuts. But not having it, throw tech out. Good read over there from Stealthy. He's able to utilize that into an Axel Bomber, keeping him back mid-screen, good damage. This is one bad hit away, and this will be, you know, Stealthy's game. Finds the throw right there, but isn't able to get it. Misses the OTG, so they still have to play a little bit more. Trying to find that opportunity, counter hit 2S, so this is very dangerous. Throws out of the drop right there, ready for it, and Stealthy is gonna take that one right now. You know, it's showing that they're a different kind of Axel. They're not like what we saw before. They're an Axel who's ready to react to whatever you're gonna do, but Stealthy needs to not drop these combos for these games, I think, to really make it count as, you know, what we saw last time. Just the mixed axle bombers and the occasional misdrop, just allowing it to go in its favor. But and especially versus a sole bad guy, one mistake, that can move to 80% right there if you're not careful.
Absolutely. The 2S coming through. Yeah. Speaking of not being careful, watch out for the legs, the reset. See, Mira tried to do that in the last round, and Stealthy was ready for it, but you can't tech a command grab, and Mira taking that first round.
Not in this game, at least. So you see, tries to go for the 6H right at the round start, but Stealthy was prepared for it and just trying to create that space. But Mira already brought them to the corner, exactly where they want IAD back out. So they get to once again get into that mid-screen situation. Nice IB on there, but Stealthy still had it. You could get a nice clean hit first to burst. So just that red pressure going, runs under the 5P, blocks the burst. And he's just going to keep that going into the corner. Nice throw once again. This is a bad situation for Stealthy, except for right there where they get a nice clean counter hit. This is anyone's game at this point. Here, just need to find that one in, and then they'll take it. And Stealthy needs to play good old blocking simulator for 60 seconds.
All right, got that 2K, and on the interrupt, the 2HS comes through, but not close enough for the follow-up. There's another 2K, and still able to take that round right there. Almost got away from you there, Stealthy.
Almost indeed, but almost counts. Only counts as horseshoes and hand grenades right now, and Stealthy's able to take it. But Mira is dealing a ton of damage. Backdashes the Fafnir and isn't able to get a full punish onto it due to the quick recovery. And Mira got killed.
Jeez.
I thought that was good, but I could have sworn that was gonna put Stealthy out of pixel right there. But Mira knows better than I do and is able to use that Fafnir to take that round.
Potentially, we're gonna have one of the fastest Weds Night Fight top 8s. We have 2 soul bad guys and 2 soul bad guys with guns. Or 1 soul bad guy with guns, excuse me. That was last week. My goodness. Imagine 2 soul bad guys with guns on this bracket along with 2 soul bad guys.
Well, we also we have a Protect kit. You know, that's definitely also can speed up the bracket with just getting a good couple reads. It's like Mira's having these great reads to keep Stealthy into the corner every single game.
Wow.
This has been this exact same situation, and Stealthy finding an opportunity to get out, but they don't have a lot of health to play with. One good hit over from Mira, and they'll be able to take that game and put them on the match point. But Stealthy's not out just yet. Maybe not anymore right now with that hit. Oh, isn't able to find the full kill. Uses the PRC to throw him back into the corner. Goes for throw mix once again and is able to kill. Stealthy hopefully cannot put themselves in the corner right at the beginning, but we'll have to see. 6H coming out, and I think we're going to the corner.
Yeah, you know, even in that last round there, after the throws, I'm really worried there how many times, you know, like, in that situation, it paid off to not OTG and set up another throw. Again, Stealthy's not going for these OTGs on throws. That's damage you're leaving on the table. Potentially, that's wall damage you're leaving as well, too, just in case there. Oh, good jump back.
Right there, forcing a burst out. And PRC coming out, trying to prevent a situation, but oh, the delayed burst after Mira was waiting for it. So Stealthy is able to take it up now 2-2. This is anyone's game. These players have been going back and forth this whole set. But, you know, Mira just needs to make that 1 or 2 correct reads, and they'll be able to take this for theirs. But if Stealthy's able to make the correct decisions to get those right hits where they can really turn this into their favor. Which, you know, if you look at these first couple games, I wouldn't expect it. To be quite honest, but the adaptation right now is just allowing Stealthy to really take this match back into their hands. But we're back into the corner. It's a different corner this time, but we're still back in the corner. And gets the counter hit / PRC, knowing that burst is going to come out right there, using the DP to keep them into the corner with losing a little bit of damage, but Stealthy's able to bring that back mid-screen and wild throw, get over there. Not out just yet, though. Stealthy a pixel away, and the DP is able to utilize it. Mira now on match point. Just needs to find a couple good clean hits and take Stealthy out, but Stealthy's also only a couple games away from winning, so it's really up to the players right now to create those opportunities and gets the counter hit after the whiff throw. This is looking like Mira's game right now. Backdash the throw, though. Huge opportunity for Stealthy to keep alive.
Tries to go for these FTs here. Could challenge with the 6P right there, but the fear is just right in front of you, right? You got Soul knocking at the door. Red RC should be able to get the cleanup here. It does with that heavy Volcanic Viper, and Stealthy going down 3-2 against Mira. Mira will be moving on, of course, and goodness. Just that aggression in that corner, again, it's really terrifying, especially when you know for a fact that one mistake could cost you a whole round right there. And again, just like the relentless pressure, and you know, Mira, you know, presenting herself in a way that she just cannot be conditioned in this matchup, is showing no fear, just running forward always. And finding those points in which you're going into those in between the chains against the sickles from Axel there, and making that offense ineffective, or defense rather, from Stealthy there. But good stuff either way. Stealthy almost making it out of there to go on against Krieg. But winners finals here, Shine, Nerf's own Shine, up against Intel Razo. Both Series E competitors, of course. We've seen them time and time again here at Weds Night Fights. Both well-deserved positions here in this winners finals.
Yeah, I think this is these two players you'll keep seeing again and again for the lifespan of this game, where they've both shown their dominance on these characters respectively as well, almost creating the playbook for them, at least in the North American scene. And you can see right now using those 6Ps to find opportunities to bring them into the wall, and you can already see what Razo's doing very differently against versus other players. Just utilizing the /5H Gatlings into a 2.6S right at the max range, trying to catch any kind of mash, but you know, is able to find an opportunity right there into a wall break with some good damage.
Yeah, really good shatter right there, and RH just continuing that pressure again. And honestly, some great backdashes on slide head, able to get a DP. Follow up there, no burst from Shine. We're going to hold on to a great backdash from Shine to get a pop buster PRC into a heat knuckle for the shattering.
Ding, 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 shatters the wall though. Leo guts, Leo health indeed, keeping them alive. And the throw whiffs on there, just out of range. Just a couple frames too early of a press. It seems that Shine was able to quickly react and take it on their own. 5P mash out. But Razo was able to find that opportunity. Gold burst coming from Shine though. Aegis Reflector coming out. Keeps the extension going, but it's going to be heat knuckle.
Loops.
Only one JD knowing that the wall is going to break there. And then you can see he's trying to create those opportunities with 6K, and is able to find one right now, and now they're brought him back into the mix. This is definitely a great position with the side swamps.
Yeah, gonna get that kill. Able to tie things up here. Has plenty of resources, especially when that burst comes along too. Nice dust. Yo, wow, the reactions. Great throw from Shine here. Okay, good back dash. Trying to jockey for position once again here, Razo. Great jump out. Look at these reactions from Razo right now. Just took one round. Just need a little bit of wake-up call, it seems like here. And able to go knock at the door one more time here to get that shatter. Positive bonus for Razo here.
Yeah, they were using that conditioning in that situation. They were always going for run through, so Shine thinking he can get the free grab, and Razo wasn't having it, and is able to take that up 1-0 over them. You know, doing the Razo special of mixing things up at the exact moment you think you have them red.
Yeah, no, that's a great call, actually. Yeah, especially how often Razo had been doing that run through. So, okay, cool. You finally shown me you could solve this problem. Here's another layer of the offense that you can try to solve. But yeah, being able to change up like that is so strong, especially like, and sometimes I almost guarantee you Razo's going to go back to it at some point in this set, right? You know, just as like a, hey, do you remember this still? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think if Shine's able to take some of these games and bring it back a little longer, they'll definitely throw that out. But just utilizing the 60s in neutral is a really good option right there.
Yeah.
The throw whip forcing a burst out for Shine.
That
the
pressure
coming out, keeping it safe. Combo back in VP going for the good old H-boom pressure.
Oh, whoa, wait, hold on. The hammer fist coming through. Just out of the corner. What a gutsy move right there, because that could have been bad. Razzo could have 6 speed. Razzo could have... I mean, okay, yeah, there's armor, but goodness gracious.
You know, you sometimes have to take Razzo's ideas into your own head. If you need to just go for a hard read sometimes, and it works out when it does. But Razzo's able to utilize good old Leo mix and is able to take that round. Shine, you know, trying to use that big body health just to get in, but Razzo's not having it. He's trying to use a 6 feet to get through anything. Nice 5H on it. 5 feet pick throw.
Okay, forces a burst out of that corner. Shine pushed right back. Mega Fist, actually, great decision right there. I mean, what else is going to happen? You're going to run up at me? Okay, cool. Catch this Mega Fist. The only thing that's going to catch me is the air-to-air right now.
And the whip potbuster in the corner is going to do great for Razzo. The overhead wall break right there for the most damage possible. You can see BRC forward trying to catch anything. Tries to juggle with the 226H, but isn't able to get it. JH coming out. And is now going to have Razzo taking it up 2-0 over Shine.
Yeah, great showing here. And Razzo just maintaining that control. Again, Razzo is definitely like the one to beat in these brackets generally. Like it's very rare that we do not see Razzo on a top 8, or not a top 8, but a grand finals playlist, or even just like top 3 in general. Razzo is definitely, you know, that one player you can expect to bring out a big challenge for a lot of these players. And Shine's been here time and time again. See how Shine can kind of make these adjustments here to close it out. Oh, the burst gonna get called out. I mean, what do you do, right? Like, you've been put into this corner time and time again.
You know, I think at this point you just have to try to make those reads to get out of Razzo's head, because they're very good at predicting exactly what you're going to do. And you just have to sometimes be a little bit crazier. 2D coming out to hit the throw right there. What a play. Turbulence coming out the end of this combo and using the super to wall break, knowing exactly where they're standing, putting themselves at match point against Shine. They need to make a couple really good reads right here, but as we all know, Razzo being the god of reads of Guilty Gear right now, it seems. Whoa. Nice burst on the Garuda right there.
Oh dear, yep, great Mega Fist right there. Shutting down the overhead and the PRC pickup off the wall. Turbulence. Not enough, the side swap. Now we got our overhead here. The burst does activate here. Shine gets one more shot. But unfortunately, oh, it dropped!
Super whips the Berserker Barrage whiffs into the corner. Shine now given a great opportunity to get anything, but gets the JH over the second Garuda for a counter hit, and that's going to allow Razzo to take that game, moving them on.
Yeah, Razzo gonna get a nice little break to sit into this grand finals, and has the lower side of the bracket, the loser side. Just fight it out. Wear yourselves out real quick while I recuperate and just review the tapes. I'm just playing pretty nice today, that's all.
They get to relax, put their feet up on the ottoman, and watch the rest of them squabble for a chance to strike back.
I mean, hey, it is a tall order too. I mean, Krieg is down there. Krieg and Mira coming up right now, in fact. And I'm really curious to see how Mira handles Happy Chaos in comparison to Mike Sapp did. Krieg just putting in the work on this bracket, of course, too. And then after that, Shine has to face one of them, and we'll see Krieg already a substantial lead to start out this round here in League 7.
Yeah, one thing that I can notice really early from Mira that they're doing differently right here, which is unfortunately leading to their downfall, is they're very aggressive with tech out and immediately start running. No worrying about preemptive dash blocking, no worrying about trying to, get a good button to read when you get into that range. Just run up close and hit hard. But Krieg is using that to their advantage, knowing it very quickly with the Deus Ex Machina into the wall break on a purple lead as well. It's huge damage, huge concentration, huge bullets are coming out. This is a very bad situation for Mira to be in.
First round was the perfect there. Concentration and positive bonus right now. The checkmate scenario completes. First game to Krieg. And yeah, that aggression from Mira, again, patented. Mira is notorious to do that, right? And every time, like, you're already sacrificing so much health and so much tension just to close the gap. And there's nothing more disheartening than once you finally get in your opponent's face, like a zoner like Happy Chaos in Krieg's face, and Krieg's like, all right, cool, burst, see ya, I'm on the opposite side of the screen now, and you got to do it all over again.
Yeah, Krieg is definitely putting themselves in these situations where they really only need to make 1 or 2 good hits to take these rounds, because Mira's just allowing themselves to keep getting shot over and over and over again, and it's putting them in very bad situations. But I play a little bit more defensively right now, and Krieg is able to find it up, being already dealing 50% with a couple of shots. Finds the burst into the corner after the counter hit, gets the throw on there. This is Mira's time to make an opportunity. 2S hits with a juggle, and goes right below the burst into the Tyrant Brave wall break. Oh, that's killed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All it takes is one. That's all it takes.
Now you can see they definitely already switched up to being a lot more defensive, immediately going for those early F dash blocks. And Krieg, I think, started to take notice and just allowing them to burn through that meter early on in the midstream and then firing a shot later.
No, Krieg is out of bullets in a corner situation, and Mira smells blood right now. He's going for the kill and gets it.
Doesn't have sleight of hand, can't get that fast reload going on right now. And, Mira is able to utilize that and just beat them with the patented soul bad guy fists of fury.
Yeah, you saw that corner situation where Krieg put out button and pulled the trigger, and it was that record scratch of, oh god, I forgot to reload. Wait a minute,
yep.
wait. It was a prank. Yep. It was just a prank.
Yup, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this situation. But, Kumiras find themselves into a great situation with Krieg Goldberg very early on. Goes for the quick concentration sequence, putting themselves in a great spot. Just curse, shot, reload, curse, shot, reload, shot, curse. Pick your order. It doesn't really matter as long as the shot comes out there at some point between a reload. And you see Mira now just trying to block, trying to find these opportunities to let that concentration go, but immediately using that next meter over for some more concentration gain. Krieg needs to be careful though. We got 1 bullet.
And that's the thing, that like this aggression from Mira, it forces Krieg to have to react in very different ways and try to manage resources much faster than you normally would, because Mira is just being relentless at being right in your face. And I think this is kind of what gave Krieg trouble against Razzo as well, right? Because Razzo, kind of same deal, with much easier dash block. But again, that gap is closing and closing. Krieg has to worry about bullets, worry about concentration, and once you're caught in this corner, you got nothing. No reversal. You have to try to burst out after that. You're caught. Bandit after the 6S. Had there been a 60, Krieg would not be in this situation right now.
Absolutely, yeah, it was such a smart decision out from Mira, and they're going to utilize that with the Bandit Bringer for the wall break, taking it up another game. This is Mira really just quickly adapting, not allowing Krieg to play that defensive zoning game that they've been doing for the rest of these games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mira finding a strong answer against Happy Chaos. Mira, good stuff tonight. Good stuff. Let's see it here. Krieg, you're also doing great as well. I want to point that out. No bias here. It's just we all know it's a lot of work to go up against your play because you're so methodical about it.
Yeah, Mira so far has just been playing the zoner matchups. They get to play that same. I think that's actually going to be an advantage for them coming up in these games. They're not having to think too different between these characters. It's a very similar level 0 game plan. And while other people are having to think, okay, well, Leo's doing this and Soul's doing that, you know, Mira just knows run in, block, punch when I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Soul could definitely make up for that damage there, but the jump heavy slash from Krieg is definitely going to get some mileage. There's a 5K whip punish, unfortunately, there. Mira got a little overextended right there.
Uses 6H to whip punish. The forcing a burst out from Krieg. Now getting the personal, but doesn't have a lot of balls to play with, so he needs to be careful. That spoke too soon, gets a nice reload right there.
But that's opportunity for Mira to run. And
yes,
Mira has absolutely running a sprint. Look, you get the 50-yard dash going. Mira is faster than Usain Bolt right now, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but Krieg's able to utilize that King of Fighters role and just to get the side swap and brings him back into the corner with the concentration super. So this is going to be a bad situation. Keeps the reload to keep that pressure going. Tap does here. H, but not enough. Soul Bad Guy staying strong, staying thick, but gets hit with the 2K right there. And that's going to let Krieg take it up 2-2.
Okay, you know, the reverse adjustment, right? Okay, we're learning, we're understanding your habits. I'm understanding where there are gaps in my defense and why I'm getting caught in this corner situation. There'll be no more of that. You're gonna have to figure out this new layer of defense, which includes that KOF roll as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's something I don't think we've seen Krieg utilize too much. It is that role where it's something that if you're not prepared for it, it can, you know, create these scramble situations. And I could definitely see the use of that, but you might not want to scramble versus Skull, who if they guess right there, you're in for a bad streak. But if you're in for a good streak right there with that hit, forcing the burst out, now getting the side swap once again.
Big call out here is that now Krieg is actually bringing the fight to Mira instead of just hanging back and shooting with steady aim, because we're seeing the concentration dwindle and dwindle, and then at some point Krieg gets their back against the wall. Mira is conditioned to sit there and block, so now Krieg is like, great, keep sitting and blocking. Yo, the vortex! Hold on a second, Mira from downtown. Oh,
what was that about holding terrible. Down and blocking?
Mira full back guys on the screen, right? Like it's right.
Using that protagonist power to do what they please right there. Captus coming out, saving that wall break, except for the JSN Machina. Reload. And the wall break is, you know, he's only one good hit away from taking it this next round into their favor with that positive bonus, and you're gonna see it right now. Goes for the burst, but isn't able to go through it and is able to take it with a perfect over Mira. You know, we saw that late adaptation from Krieg of just being a lot more aggressive. I don't think Mira was prepared for that. I think they were expecting to have the Chaos to just sit back and you know, play Sniper Elite, but was ready to play some good old-fashioned Gears of War.
Yeah, and again, it's that you're so used to this set. You've played 4 rounds straight just holding, or not 4 rounds, but 4 games straight just like, okay, I have to hold back. I have to wait for the shot, dash up, wait for that concentration. And the moment Krieg started to, you know, put the pieces together, like, oh, wait a minute, you figured out this game plan, became more aggressive, and shortened the time in which that Happy Chaos was going to be delayed, and it threw off Mira's game a bit there in that set. It was a great set on both sides there, of course, but now this is the tough one, right? Shine up against Krieg. Shine's Potemkin does have a lot of strong tools to kind of like close this gap. Slide head is going to be great. We see a lot of those. Hammerfall is going to be another great one as well, being able to armor through bullets. Hotbuster.
Hotbuster's a great one to delete that health bar. Going for the double Gruta setup, gets counter hit with the wall break. Has the 50 meter to go for the Aegis Reflector to break that wall with a quick perfect, showing that Shine is seemingly prepared for this match more than I think we've seen a lot of other people in this topic.
It's, you know, Potemkin, which is crazy when you think about it on paper, right? It's like, oh, it's grappler versus zoner. Grappler is going to have a terrible time. This armor is so strong against a lot of these shots. and it's going to help to be able to close the gap for Shine here. And you're going to start seeing a lot more of Krieg kind of jumping out in those situations. But again, like you saw in the set against Stealthy, Mega Fist also is going to be a strong contender there.
He's going to counter hit second Garuda with the third Garuda right after the burst, saying this is the fight that we're doing. You're gonna have to fight through the fire and flames, quite literally. I think, one thing that you also have to realize with a lot of Potemkin armor stuff is, Happy Chaos can just shoot 2 bullets, but that's 2 bullets. At most in that gap, they can only reload 1 and maintain their safety. So you're going to be dwindling those resources over and over again with such a high health pool that Potemkin has. It's very hard for you to deal with.
And that's the catch, though, right? Is that the timing it takes for you to shoot your second bullet, Potemkin's already hit you with slide head, or has already closed that gap with hammerfall as well. See, right there, you try to throw a curse and shoot, slide head, you're knocked down. No curse, your bullet's gone, doesn't matter. That that health resource, like you said, is a big positive tool to use against Happy Chaos here, and we see it. Look at that dodge. You don't get the burst, you're dead. Yep. Done.
Yeah, Shine just really, I feel like they have, with a player like Shine, you can expect this with the amount of effort they put into games over the years, and especially with Strive. But they are just ready for this matchup. They're saying that, hey, Happy Chaos, I don't want to play. If I'm going to play against you, I don't want you to be around. Blocks the gold burst into the pot buster into the corner, and now just continuing that good old Potemkin mix. And you can see Krieg is respecting that Garuda a lot more. So you might see throws coming out more after those Garudas. It goes for a strike instead right there. It is able to take it now 2-0 versus Krieg.
So this is looking like a problem. I'm wondering if Krieg makes the adjustment too, right? Because we see the zoning from Happy Chaos, but again, Happy Chaos also has that close range game as well. I mean, that's the gamble you take against Potemkin, because we're seeing Shine stupidly strong right now in a close range game. Go ahead, get within grab range of Shine and see what happens.
Well, that's the one advantage, is your frame traps are some of the fastest in the game for whatever you want them to be with those gunshots. So potentially allows that aggression to be a lot stronger. You can see it right now. They're going for those gunshot loops and just being a lot more aggressive and forcing a burst out of Shine very early on. This is nothing that most players are able to do. Now Shine's the aggression going. Never mind, it's Krieg's turn once again and keeping them in the corner. But slide it out. Backdash.
Great backdash from Krieg right there. And this opener, you left the frame open there. Here comes the throw pop buster. Fake out with the Garuda. Oh my god, and a PRC to get the heat enough to close it out. Jeez Louise. Because of the frame. You left the frame. What are you doing?
If you leave them one frame, they'll take a country mile, so it's not a good situation. Forcing a burst out from Krieg right there. Shine on a match point. He's putting themselves in a great situation, but gets the counter hit gun, ready the gun. And is going to just concentrate and keep him at the wall. Tries to get an air hit, but Krieg is ready to shoot him out of the sky. Heat knuckle back in. RC tries to put him back in the corner, but just combo.
Just oh dear.
Are you blocking the gates? Hit with the dust. And Shine's gonna take that 3-0 over Krieg. Shine saying, I want my run back. We didn't get a finish.
It's nerf for nothing.
It's nerf for nothing indeed.
Krieg pulled up with Happy Chaos, and Shine's like, that's not a nerf gun. Get out of here. This is what oh boy. But yeah, Potemkin, really strong choice. Like we said at the top, Potemkin does have those tools that can really kind of contest with a lot of that zoning problem that you would normally see, like Axel matchup, completely different thought process entirely, right? But this matchup, of course, the bullet being the main problem, that's a whole tool set being removed from Happy Chaos's arsenal. But like you said, we're getting that run back. Razzo going up against Shine once again. but in grand finals. We made it all the way through. Here we go. Still some codes left in that Matcherino that we got to use. 18 of them. Let's get to it, folks.
And you see right there, immediately checks for that 5K, 6K run through that we saw from the previous set, but Shine was ready for it this time and immediately goes for the Pop Buster. And now it's their huge advantage that they double Garuda hit into Aegis Reflector, but, you know, Razo's still alive and just keeping them barely, though, having to use all meter for FD, so any hit will put them into not a great situation. You can see that right there. Starting round one with a perfect, Shine's feel of themselves. They're ready to take this back through this and through the reset.
Shine has every right to feel themselves right now. They took out the problem. That's what it is.
They definitely made a sad chaos indeed out of Creed. So you see the Garuda after Garuda after Garuda once again. I want to see just wall slumping with another Garuda. Oh my goodness, Shine, you are feeling a little disrespectful right now. I feel you're just keeping that to yourself. But you have every right to do it with that max range 2D to take it up 1-0 over Razo.
Someone donate to the Matcherino for Shine real quick. Donate to the Ko-Fi.
Donate $1 for every Garuda you see.
Good Lord. Someone upset Shine today.
Well, I think Razo's
pulled up Shine. Shine pulled up with the full barrel extension for the mounted machine gun Nerf gun out there. Enough.
But Razo using those current generation Intel processors to find those, use that brain processing power, find those reads and be able to get some good hits, but just grabbed right out of the sky, saying, "You're coming down with me." DP hitting though right at the match range. Gets the crosser for the mix, but Mash is out of it. No respect on any of Razo's units. I think this is what Shine needs to take these games into their favor.
Shine is done with respect. Lost one case. No, I don't like respect. It's not cool. Oh no. Okay, we'll get shattered out. Razo's able to survive a round.
The only thing Shine respects is damage, and Razo was able to show the amount of damage that they had right there at the end of the round. And now just utilizing the /5H rebeats. It's a throw. Goes overhead this time. That's a couple overheads in a row, and Shine finally decided, you know what, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, and you already see the conditioning, paying dividends here in this game. That Razo is very concerned about Pop Buster, and Shine's just a little bit too late. The clash!
The clash is into the Pop Buster. That's the Potemkin classic. Aegis Reflector to wall break them back into the corner, though. Razo with 100 meter, throwing it out very quickly, trying to prevent them from doing anything with YRC out, but still gets hit by the very end. Oh, that would have destroyed the projectile.
Very close. Got a counter hit. Over into the corner we go. The mix begins. Nice overhead. Able to get the OGG overdrive for the kill. Game going to Razo.
Yeah, Razo, they're saying, okay, you got your one, but it's time to play. It's time to fight. You're fighting the king of the jungle right now, so to speak.
Just beating their chest. That's all it is. Okay, so 1-1, and it's anyone's game. I have no idea what could possibly happen here. I've seen it all. I've not seen it all, actually. I don't know what's... There's maybe some planets have aligned or something. Shine is playing on another level. Razo answering back.
I think Shine just took the Razo school of thought, which is I'm gonna do what I want when I want, and you're gonna fall into my trap. And you can see that working out for them in a lot of these situations. But Razo playing a little bit more calm now, and it's doing them dividends. You can see them already brought into the corner, and just trying to find those openings where Shine's gonna mash, but they're not having it either. They're playing basically on the same wavelength.
Yeah, really try to bide their time in the corner here. FD, try to push back just a bit. The jump Ash comes through. The Ryu medium punches out here. Once again, Shatter overdrive.
big damage coming out, and this brings into the mix potential. Just goes for the same side mid, but Sap dust to knock him up with the RC will allow Razzo to take it. They're mashing 5P. They're ready to speed run through the rest of these games. They're saying, okay, we had our fun, but you know, I need my money. And using that HTP to clash with the Garuda, it's a hard timing to do. Shine decides to delay even slightly, but ended up being in their favor.
Oh dear, Hammerfall comes through. Great burst from Razzo, trying to bait some out here from Shine. Push back to that corner situation with Chop. Megafist pulls through. DP on the flick.
But is able to follow it up, and now Shine's able to mash out of it with that big hit, ending it with the Mega Fist. You know, like I said, this has been anybody's game. It's gone back and forth the entire time. But if it keeps going back and forth, Shine got the first one, so it'll be in their favor. Potentially we'll be able to see more action, but once he is rather able to take that fight, gets the counter hit back, turn S, and now keeping them in the corner once again. Going for this repeated lows, and Shine's just willing to stand by and block it.
Hammerfall to pull through there. Of course, tries to go for flick here, and the goal burst. Gutsy move here from Razzo. Trying to close it out. Last shot here. Red RC. The jump D connects. Not able to get a full conversion. Bursting out is Shine. Ooh, wait, I'm surprised Mega Fist didn't come through. That should have killed.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, I think it just must have been a misinput, or potentially, you know, Shine just being a couple nerves right there. You know, you're fighting yourselves 2-1 now after the end of that round, but you've still got more games to play. If you win this, you got, you know, Razzo's not out yet, and Razzo's the longer they go, generally, the more likely they are to start winning these games, because they're able to get more reads on you and figure out exactly how you want to play and how they're going to adapt their play to you.
The Batman factor, yeah.
Yes, prep time. Don't give Razzo prep time.
Back, wow, from downtown, tries to go for a run through here, but we say it with our chest. Hot Buster.
See the throw whip for Razzo is going to allow Shine to just keep that damage going in the corner with those Mega Fist loops. The DP whiffs and is able to daintily poke you for that round kill right now. Shine now on match point for the reset into Shin Grand Finals, and forcing a burst out right now very early on. It's going to be huge for Razzo. They're able to find a big hit. They're just playing mix.
Has resources there. Good red RC. Turbulence, not enough for another overdrive available.
The hit on the trade on the fireball right there was a very interesting collision, but Raz was able to utilize it in their favor, and they're ready to keep going out swinging, and wants to take this down to a game 5. Throws into the corner saying, "You don't get to play the next." Gets the jump back JH. Now gets to keep this combo going. Has 50 meters, so Shine has to burst, or else they know they're in a bad situation.
Mega Fist comes through there. Yikes, able to block just in the nick of time here. So patient on this approach. Watch out for the big hands. And attempt to get purple RC. We get the wall bounce here. It does, at the very end, get the shatter. Positive bonus failed, but 100 meter for Shine. This is a dangerous situation. The throw already in your face, committing to it. Razzo 2-2 in this grand finals.
Yeah, like I said, they want to take it to game 5, and they're saying, "Okay, I've got you figured out. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be crazy. I'll be crazier."
Who's wilder, me or you?
I'm not locked here in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Yes.
And you know, Razzo is trying to lock themselves into first place, but you know, we've seen it time and time again. Shine is willing to just, you know, start swinging, and they get rewarded for it, but gets the early counter hit right there. A couple of loose hits that lead into something that resembles a combo, but now it's time to hit.
50% health already gone. PRC in this corner. Bursting here. Oh my goodness, the turbulence doesn't hit. Another drop, but it's all adding up. And that's a round right there. Perfect even. Midpoint for Razzo right now.
I think Razzle was actually expecting a burst there, so he's trying to buffer the burst baits, but Shine wasn't having it, saying, no, I'll wait till later. I'll take the next one. We'll burst in free.
Fine. There's a burst, I guess. Right there, but gold burst for Razzo.
Just continually Mega Fisting backs, trying to create that space that Razzle can't get into. DP's out. RC once again. RC the DP hit. And now it's their turn to bring Shine back into the corner, forcing the wall break. Not a lot of damage though due to the scaling, but it's a great situation.
Yeah, because Tension Pulse kicked in right there, and being able to get the Shatter for a positive bonus basically negates it there, so the resources immediately back for Razzo. The RC chases. This is a rough spot. Risk ranked right now for Shine.
But he's able to find a hit. Backdashes out of the Garuda. Tries to go for the guard point follow-up. Doesn't get it. Gets the following jumping hit. ERC.
Oh my god.
Burst comes back though for Shine. This is a great opportunity for them to make that comeback. Megafist out. Mashes out of the grabs, out of the grab reads, so Shine has to block it out of respect. This is a one-hit game. It's anyone's match. 6P coming out, but doesn't able to get it. Misses the aircraft, but no full conversion off of it. Gets the JH, and the 2K is going to allow Razzo to take it 3-2 over Shine, saying we're not going to the Shine Grand Finals after that reset, and they're going to be walking home out of here with that Wednesday Night Fights first place.
Yeah, it's a great set between Razzo and Shine. The last, literally down to the wire between these two in that first set right there, and the only set for that grand finals, because what a scramble that was. And like you said, one touch away for both players there on a conversion. Just wow, plenty of games to look over in this entire top 8. A great show, and thank you to everyone that tuned in as well. It was a tremendous time. Make sure you use those codes. Still 13 of them left. Make sure they get used. The players definitely deserve it. I was thoroughly entertained tonight. Tavi, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for joining me as well once again, Zero. It's always a great time to be here and commentate these exciting matches at Wednesday Night Fights.
Absolutely. And until next week, everybody, much appreciated. Stay healthy, and later days.
Have a great night.